Hey everyone, it's been a minute, but welcome to the Co-working Cuppa. I'm Nicole, and yeah, it's been a minute since I've done a broadcast. Sometimes you do stuff for a while, and I was like, I don't have infinite things to say about co-working spaces. And then I had all these thoughts about WeWork the other day and some other stuff. So I did want to come on and make this video to explain a little bit about what we have going on so that when you see things that are posted or that are coming up, that you can either give suggestions if you have some ideas about them, or just so that you know that they're coming up. So yeah, so something that we have here at Anchorspace that we've really committed to is workshops. So before COVID, what we did was the first of the month, we had them in Potsdam. It was like the first Friday of the month, like 3 p.m. And the third Friday of the month, we had them in Maine. And the presenter would be in one of those locations, and then the other location would broadcast the workshop. So people could, it was almost like a watch party, right? Now, obviously COVID happened, so getting together in person wasn't a thing anymore. And so it's been a little bit, but we're pivoting back to having these professional development opportunities for small business owners. So just very briefly, because some of you don't know me, what are my qualifications for doing this besides the fact that I care about it and I want to learn new things myself? So something that you might not know about me is that I have a degree in education. I really thought that I was going to be a high school chemistry teacher before I found this business and started doing what I do now. So I have a lot of background in curriculum and sort of breaking things down like that. And obviously I have qualifications with doing stuff online, right? Setting up online courses and helping people use the internet in various ways. So what we're doing at Anchorspace is we're pivoting from, like I said, we had these once a month professional development workshops. And during COVID, obviously a lot of entities like Chambers of Commerce and SBDCs started offering kind of short form programming that was streamed online. So I'm of the mindset that if someone's already doing something, why do it, right? So now that I feel like that's really being taken care of by these groups of people, sometimes I'm the one teaching those, sometimes other people are, but point being is that 1 or 2 hour workshops are really great for introducing topics, giving you the good words if you want to like learn more, and giving you resources from a subject matter expert. And it's not, I present some of the workshops, but a lot of times it's not me. A lot of times it's a subject matter expert that I've met somewhere or someone's told me about, and we compensate them to come in and give our members a workshop and anybody else from the general public who'd like to attend. So we're switching now to more longer form professional development courses. And there's a few reasons for that. So for me, the first advantage is that you can develop more in-depth knowledge. So if we run a 4-week course that runs 2 hours a week, we can really dig into stuff. And if you have a problem, we can help you solve it and keep going. So besides learning the general terms and things like that, we would actually help people kind of finish a set task. So for example, with the podcast, which is the workshop we have coming up, it's a 4-week intensive. And by the end of it, you will have a podcast. We'll help you figure out the technical requirements. We'll help you figure out if you need equipment. We'll help you figure out the editing. Anything that's ever hung you up, we have time to get into when we have a multi-week course. The second reason we're getting into longer form classes, and by the way, these are a month long. These are going to be 2 hours a week for 4 weeks. So it's not going to be like a whole semester or something like that. So to us, we're trying to hit that sweet spot between the 1 or 2 hour, here's a topic and some general information about it. And, oh, you're a student and you're taking a semester long course about something. To me, for business owners, there's something in the middle that is both in-depth and sort of efficient. The second reason we're pivoting to longer form course benefits is that we can offer this way technical help. So obviously, if you're working on something, things are going to come up and you're going to need help with them. And because we're communicating with you in a sustained way, we'll be able to help you in that way. Whereas if we just met one time, obviously, that's not really an opportunity that we have. And something that I think is equally beneficial to these longer form workshops is the accountability part. And I don't mean accountability like we're all like holding your feet to the fire to finish something. I just mean that if all these other people around you are doing something, it makes you kind of want to do it and finish too. So the accountability is light, but you're all interested in the topic, you're all interested in completing it. So there is that support built in automatically into a small group that is, together for a period of time. So our very first long form course is coming up. It's going to be about podcasting. Now, we did a podcasting kind of 101 class. Gosh, when was it? 2019, I think. Here at Anchorspace Potsdam, we did like a panel discussion where we had a couple of different subject matter experts talking about podcasting and different aspects of podcasting. But this class will be specifically starting your own podcast, planning the content, recording it, editing it, putting it online and marketing it. So I think that's sort of the general 4 weeks and how they're going to go. So if you've ever wanted to have a podcast, this is a really good way to do it. So this cost is $100 a person, which I think is pretty reasonable for a 4-week class. And honestly, our other class used to be $25 a person for 1 week. So 4 weeks, $25 a class, that's $100. So for $100, we are working with Zach Miller. And Zach is a producer, and he's an audio and video producer. So he literally has worked in television before and radio. So he knows a lot about this. But what I like about Zach, besides being a subject matter expert, is his teaching style is really great. Whenever I look for people to present workshops, I'm looking for someone with a good teaching style who can break things down well. To me, that's as important almost as the subject matter. So we're starting this course August 26th. So there's still room to sign up if you want. The link is here. This is the first of the long form courses that we're going to be offering. And if you do want to reference like our old kind of one-off courses, they are on our website on the online courses section. If you just go to anchorspace.com, you can click online courses and it'll take you there in the menu. And to get to the podcasting course, you can just click on events and you'll see the podcasting course there because that's coming up. But we're planning lots of future I'm talking with a lot of different people about some future course ideas. One of which is I'm working with somebody who is a design expert. He's the kind of person who goes into a store and like helps lay out the store, designs signage, that kind of thing. And what we thought we would do to make this a constrained activity is help people design their booth. So if you go to trade shows, if you do vendor events, like there's tons coming up, obviously around Christmas time here in upstate New York, also in Maine, there's some too. If you've ever been invited to something like that and you have no idea what to put on your table or how to set it up so it looks nice, that's what that will be about. We're also working on something like almost like sales and getting your negotiation and sales skills kind of polished. Talking with somebody who's literally getting a doctorate in negotiation. So you can, ask for the sale, get better at, closing deals and things like that. Business accessibility has come up with people. I know in my work, it comes up with making websites accessible and making information accessible with things like captions, but, kind of creating accessibility within your business. Even if you can't do a full build out, there is lots of things you could do to make your business more accessible. A couple of people have asked me, like, they want help creating their own online courses. So all these things are in the works. I'm finding really good presenters who, if they're not going to do the full 4 weeks of a specific topic, that's fine. I really want to kind of plan these out so that the subject matter is really good and that the people participating can get the most out of it that we can. We do pay our presenters. So if you're watching this and you know somebody who's a good presenter, please put them in touch with me. My goal is to pay people for their time because I think that's important. And if you have ideas for the kinds of courses that you would want, the kinds of things you would need some in-depth help on, I ask you to leave a comment on this video, or you can email if you want it to be a little bit more anonymous or discreet. You can just email us at the address on the screen. And like I said, the goal of this is to have these long-form workshops not only for the people obviously attending, we're also going to make them available to all of our members. So if you're a member of Anchorspace watching this or thinking about becoming a member, here's a pretty compelling reason. All of these will be included in your membership fee. And our membership rates start at $19 a month. So that's pretty good to me. So you'll have access to any of the past courses we've ever done. Again, there's a list here of all the kind of past shorter form workshops we're doing. But like I said, we're pivoting now toward these longer form classes, with the first one being the podcasting class. And that starts at the end of this month, which is August 26th. Is the first one. There's still time to sign up, and it's really important you sign up ahead of time, because we might send you a little bit of something to kind of get ready for the first class or something like that. We're not going to give a lot of homework or anything like that, but it's nice to feel like you can sort of take this energy if you're excited about something and get started and start kind of planning what you're thinking about, so we can get the most done in the class that we possibly can. So thanks for watching. Like I said, keep a lookout on this space, because apparently I have some video ideas that have been in my mind hanging out for a while. And I'm going to start recording them and posting them here. So I do hope that, like I said, even if you're not interested in this upcoming course, share it with a friend, your friend who's always saying they want to start a podcast, but it seems like the technology of it, or not being sure what microphone to buy, something like that, is holding them up. This course is for them, or for you, or whoever. And like I said, we have some really exciting ones coming up. So if this talk has gotten your gears going and you have an idea for a longer form workshop you'd either like to partner with us with, or that you would like for us to host, maybe you just don't know somebody who knows the subject matter, feel free, like I said, to leave a comment on this video or to email me. Would really appreciate it, because the more input I get from other people, the better it can be. So like I said, we're excited to offer kind of longer form course formats here at Anchorspace for our members and for the community. Like I said, the podcasting class is free for Anchorspace members, but it's $100 for the community. It's a 4-week class, so that's $25 a week. I know if you're physically here in the Potsdam area, I think Zach is probably going to have some equipment available if you want to kind of try something out. We've got some microphones and some other stuff here at Anchorspace Potsdam that you'd be welcome to use. And if you're attending remotely, it's going to be a hybrid event. So the goal is to make this as useful as possible for everybody involved, whether they're physically in the room or not. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and hope to see you at Anchorspace.